Hello, and welcome back to the Women's Rugby Show. I'm Sam, by the way, and today I'm here with an Allianz Premier 15's results review as we look back at last weekend's results and see what actually happened, considering we weren't at a game, so we couldn't bring you any action. Before we get into the video, I'd like to say thank you to Flo Long from Worcester Warriors Women for taking over our Instagram stories over the weekend and showing us what her game day was like and also what her recovery day was like. It was really interesting for us to see, and it was a great insight for all the fans as well. Before we get into the video as well, please make sure you like this video, subscribe to the Women's Rugby Show on YouTube and follow us across all social medias. Now you've done all that, we'll get cracking and get reviewing last weekend's games. So, we thought we'd start off our brief roundup with the two games reaching the league's top two teams in Saracens and Harlequins. And Saracens went into their game against Exeter knowing that the Chiefs got the upper hand on them last time out, but Alex Osprey's side were out for revenge. The Chiefs were unbeaten in 7 but found themselves 10 points behind after just 10 minutes, thanks to a Donna Rose try that was converted by Zoe Harrison. Saracens had a spell of indiscipline which led to them playing with 13 plays for a while, with May Campbell and Eloise Haywood both sent to the sin bin. And the Chiefs capitalised on this with Sachiko Kato's crossing the line and Rachel Johnson brace, which put them 21-10 ahead at the break. However, in the second half, Sarries showed exactly why they're the two times Premier 15's winners, fighting back with 3 second half scores, including May Campbell, who made up for a previous yellow card, scoring her 16th of the season, which is just a little bit astonishing. But it was an easier afternoon for Harlequins as he visited Bristol, Bears and Shaftesbury Park, and they got off to a great start as well, scoring after just 4 minutes. The scoring kept coming for Quins as well, which was unfortunate for Bristol, with Leanne Riley adding a brace and Jess Breach adding her 6th try in just 3 games. They added more scores in the second half, including the best of the game through Heather Cowell, which was nominated for one of the Premier 15's tries of the week. The Bears added a consolation, but it was a tough afternoon for them, with the score ending up 62-7 to Harlequins. And with those two results, both sides have qualified for the Allianz Premier 15 set semi-finals. They can't be caught by Exeter Chiefs in 5th now, so it's important for them that they are both qualified. They can experiment, they can rotate now, they can use these next few weeks when the Six Nations is starting with plays away to kind of experiment for next season, experiment with youth, and experiment with different positions, players in different positions. And it's good to see that they're both qualified. They both had a stuttery season after being so comfortable previously, but which is just good for the league. It shows that these two can be beat. They're not invincible. Saracens obviously losing to Wasps and Exeter, and Quins losing to Exeter as well. And it's just great to see, and it's just great for the league that they're qualified, but it's great to see that they're both beatable as well, and they just put in 2 quality performances. Moving on from the top 2 now then, and to 3rd and 4th in the league, with Loughborough Lightning hosting Wasps Ladies. And in the end, it turned out to be actually a rather comfortable win for Wasp, which I don't think many will have predicted. And at times it seemed like the Meg Jones show, with the England fly half pulling out some outrageous assists. First an offload to set up Amy Wilson-Hardy, then a quick tap penalty before dancing through the Loughborough Lightning defence before she set up Abby Dow, and finally a lovely looping pass to set up Celia Kwanzaa. Jones' performance has certainly given Simon Middleton some selection headaches ahead of the Six Nations, which is coming up soon, but it was an all-round just amazing performance from Wasps, with a strong attacking and defensive display. And it's safe to say that they are almost certainly title contenders, and I'm actually going to stick my neck out on the line and predict Wasps to win the whole tournament. Neither Loughborough or Wasps are yet confirmed in the top 4 though, but it seems like both places are certain, and although Loughborough didn't win this game, they are still strong. They're still one of the strongest teams in the league, and just their performances over the last 2-3 years have shown this. But today just wasn't their day. Wasps were too strong, and that's why I think they can genuinely win this. But for Loughborough, obviously it was still a great game. Lark Davis getting her 18th try of the season, I believe now, and for a hooker that is pretty astonishing, and that just shows how much quality she has. And 2 English hookers topping the try scoring charts is brilliant for a front row to see. So yeah, Wasps were amazing. Meg Jones was brilliant, and I feel like she should be England's fly half in the upcoming Six Nations. But that is a discussion for another day. And the final 2 games of the weekend brought 2 kind of derbies, if you can call them that, with local rivals Gloucester Hartpury and Worcester Warriors clashing at the Alpas Arena, and then the battle of the Sharks between Sale and DMP. At Haywood Road in Sale versus DMP, it was the Sale Sharks who ran out comfortable winners. Despite Sale having 2 yellow cards during the game, it was a really comfortable afternoon for Darren Lehman's side as they got their 3rd win of the season and their 2nd over DMP. with a Lisa Newman double and England's 7-star Jodie Ounsley getting her first Sale try in her first home appearance. And finally, at Hartpury, it was a cracking afternoon and a cracking game as Gloucester Hartpury ran out narrow winners over their local rivals. It was a Zoe Aldcroft back to her best for Gloucester as she's got a double and to put them well on their way to victory. But Sinead Harris had Worcester Warriors back in the game with a hat-trick and Worcester found themselves in the lead after a courageous second-half comeback. But with the clock in the red, unfortunately, Robin Locke forced herself over for Gloucester Hartpury to win the game and break Worcester's hearts. But to see Worcester's improvement over recent weeks is incredible. We've seen them quite a lot this season. I've seen them quite a lot, and we saw them beat Sale a couple of weeks ago, and that was, we spoke to Joe Yapp after the game and just seen how much they've improved, and they just want to steadier and steadier get over that line. But I think this one was maybe just a step too far. We've seen Gloucester a lot as well, and they're incredibly good at home. And when you have Zoe Aldcroft back to her best, running through lines, breaking tackles, Kelly Smith's pace on the wing, and they've also got young Emma Singh, who's been really impressing me at fullback as well at the moment. I think it was always going to be tough for Worcester, but looking ahead for them this weekend, they face Bristol Bears, a Bristol Bears side who aren't on form, a Bristol Bears side who is struggling. And I think it's going to be a really good afternoon for Worcester to get that victory and get that double over Bristol, and that means they'll just push on for the rest of the season. They've got nothing to lose. They've taken that gap over Worcester. They're ahead of Worcester in the league. It's going to be really exciting to see that young Worcester side just push on for this season and next season as well. So there you have it. There is your Allianz Premier 15's Round 15 review. It was a great weekend of games with some cracking games. Saracens and Quins confirming their top 4 spots, which is really important. But also, just some great games as well. Saracens edging it over Chiefs after losing down at Sandy Park earlier in the season. Wasps just being pretty impressive, pretty amazing against Loughborough Lightning. Their backline has such quality running through it now, and I really do think they're going to be hard to beat. And also Gloucester against Worcester, what an advert for the game that was. The fighting spirit of both sides to claw back into the game, each Worcester doing it in the second half and then Gloucester doing it in the final plays as well. So it was a great weekend of action, and we're really looking forward to this weekend where we're heading to Worcester to see another local derby, Worcester against Bristol Bears women. We're really excited for that one. We're really excited to see Saturday's action as well. But that's it for today's video. Please make sure you like this video, subscribe to the Women's Rugby Show on YouTube, and check us out across all social medias. And we'll see you again soon as we bring you a player preview ahead of this weekend's fixtures, and also a very, very special Talking Points episode as we look ahead to the Six Nations. And we may also be bringing you some content from all the Six Nations squad announcements as well. So thank you a lot for watching, and see you again soon.